Alright, hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be doing an informative video. So I thought I'd make this video just to help those people that have to extend their visas and are a little bit unsure on what they need to do. Rest assured, despite all of the paperwork you think you need, okay, it is still pretty relaxed and it's not complicated. The process can take anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours depending on how busy the office is, but most of it is in English and there are people there to help you through the process, so don't fret too much. So without further ado, let's get started with number one. Where do you go? The first thing you're going to be looking for is an immigration office. Now, I'm going to be talking specifically about Chiang Mai because that's where I extended my visa. But there are immigration offices in all the main cities. I know there are multiple in Bangkok, and I know there's one on Koh Samui as well. So if you're on the islands, you can always go to Koh Samui and extend there. I believe that is the main place to extend in the South Islands. There are two places in Chiang Mai you can extend your visa through an immigration office. The first one is near the airport, and that is relatively easy to find. All you need to do is ask someone at the airport and they'll direct you straight to it. You can't miss it. The second one is a newly opened one. It actually opened in the middle of June, and that is in the Central Festival Mall on the eastern side of Chiang Mai. Now, this one's a little bit harder to find because Google Maps will just put you at a pinpoint in the middle of the mall. So what you want to do is go through the front entrance and up the first escalator you see. Then on the second floor, you're going to see a sports shop, and next to that there is a corridor with a huge immigration poster. Just follow it down and you won't be able to miss it. Number two, what do I need to bring? So there are 5 things you need to take to the immigration office to get that juicy visa extension that you're after. So, number 1, you're going to need your passport. I think this goes without saying, if you haven't got your passport, you've got bigger worries now than your visa extension. Number 2, you're going to need your departure card. Now, when you fly into Thailand, the airlines give you a form to fill in. It's normally a longer form with 2 parts, one that's long and one that's short. Now, when you arrive at the airport after filling in these details, they're going to tear it and take the big bit, which is your arrival, and they're going to give you the departure card. Now, sometimes they staple it into your passport, other times they just give it to you. Whatever you do, don't lose your departure card. It is called a TM6. I know a few people that have lost their departure card and they have to report it missing to the police before they can even get a new one. And it sounds like an 8 to get that sorted out. It is a tiny scrap of paper, but it is so important. You must have it if you're going to leave the country or you're going to extend your visa. So don't lose it. You're going to need a passport photo. Now, the ones in Chiang Mai I went to, the one in Central Festival, didn't have a photo booth, but I brought photos with me when I travelled to Thailand. So you're going to need 1 passport photo as well. The 4th thing you're going to need is a copy of your passport. They do have copying machines pretty much everywhere, and it does say it's going to cost you 2 baht for every copy. They did a couple of copies for me and I didn't get charged for it, so I wouldn't worry too much. Just keep a bit of change on you, but this one you can actually get done there, so don't worry about that too much. And the last thing you're going to need to bring with you is money. So for me, it cost 1900 baht to extend my visa waiver by another 30 days. I think that's the average price for all tourist visa extensions. So make sure you bring it because they only take cash. You cannot pay by card. So make sure you've got 1900 baht on you in cash. Number 3, what to expect at immigration. So when you walk in, you're going to see a row of containers with different types of visas on them. The one you're looking for is the tourist visa extension. Now, don't worry too much. They're all in English and in Thai, so it's relatively simple to fill them in. But there's always people there to help you as well if you're unsure. I managed to fill in most of mine, but there are a few bits at the end that caught me off guard a little bit. So I asked them to help me with that. And they were really good. They helped me out and it was no problem at all. And also, don't forget to take a pen, actually. I'm going to put that in as an extra one. Take a pen, because there didn't seem to be any pens around. Once you've filled in this TM7 form, you're going to hand it over to the lovely people at Immigration Front Desk. They will go through it and make sure that everything is in order before you pay for anything, so they know you filled it in properly. There are 2 questions in there that I had to put in that weren't on there, and that was just my phone number and the coordinates of the place I was staying at in Chiang Mai, which I thought was a little strange, but you know, I guess that's normal. So you'll hand this over, you'll pass the money over, they'll stick your passport picture onto the bit of paper, clip it all together and give you a number. Then that number is your queue number. So you'll walk into the next area which is full of seating, you'll sit down and you'll wait for your number to be called. Once they call your number, head up to the front, give them the 1900 baht with all your documents and then go and sit back down. You'll have to wait here and the process can take anywhere from ½ hour to 2 hours depending on how busy it is. I was really lucky, there were only 2 people in there, so I was in and out pretty quick, but I can imagine, judging by how many seats there were there, that place can get pretty busy. Also, it's worth bearing in mind that they're not open at weekends or public holidays. So Monday to Friday are their opening hours. Monday tends to be busier because no one can go at the weekend. So I recommend going normally midweek. You'll get a call for your name and they'll ask to take a photo of you. There's 2 little footprints, you put your feet on them, you give them your best grumpy face, they take a photo of you and then you'll go and sit back down. Then you can be waiting another 15-20 minutes and then they'll call your name one more time. So you'll go up, they'll give you a receipt, they'll give you a blue receipt, and they'll also give you your change, your passport, and they'll probably staple the departure card into the back of your passport if it's not already been done when you entered the country. Then you're good to go. Double check your passport where the original stamp was when you arrived in the country, and you'll probably see now, well, not probably, you should see that you've got a new date and that is your visa extension. And that's it. That's all there is to it. And I really hope this video is informative. I know it's not like my normal type of video, but I felt like it could be really useful to some people. And once again, this is kind of the same process for every tourist visa. Okay, whether you're on a 60 extending into a 90 or 30 to 60, they all use the same form, which is the TM7, and they generally follow the same process. So go and get it done if you know you're going to be staying longer than you originally planned, because Thailand has that effect on people. And while I'm at it, I would like to point out that when you extend your 30-day visa, it isn't from the date when you go from the immigration office. It is from the original date. So you will get 60 days from the original date. So it doesn't matter if you go in 3 days before or 2 weeks before, you always get 30 days upon your original exit date. I hope that makes sense. I hope this has been helpful to you, and if it is, give me a like, give me a subscribe, and in the future I'll be doing more informative videos. I'm looking to do on a budget soon as well, because I've noticed a lot of the videos out there are budgets pre-COVID, and I want to give you a realistic view of how much things cost in Thailand, so that can kind of help you in the future as well. So yeah, thanks again for watching guys, take it easy, and I'll see you in the next one.